Man, thank God for Snapchat. Alrighty, so I'm gonna record this video on my trade on what was it? GNLN. It's my first time doing a video like this. It was a crazy stock, and I missed it the first day, but I did catch it the third day. Sort of like a third day surge setup where first day it pushes up, second day it holds, and then the third day it takes off. So, yep, GNLN. So let's go over my trade. Make it sound like I know what I'm doing here. I'm just playing. All right, let's see. So I'll go to the 2 minute and get a better view. So this is the day I traded it. It did make a good. So the first day here, I missed it. I don't remember the news on it, but it was a really nice looking chart. The TA was crazy on it. If you see, I give a better idea here. Let me remove this line. Boom. So that was some crazy TA here. And as you see, unfortunately, I was on the phone when I was watching it, sitting in the same chair, all reclined back, and I missed this first move. But as you see, that was an insane move from, already it went from 2 to 9, but a stock that moves from $2 to 9, it has to be a really, really, really good play for me to want to play something like that after such an incredible move, which leads me to the TA. The TA is what was really good. Not only did we test these pre-market highs, we were so close to them as well. Right here around, what time was that? 2 o'clock. So that's what I had my eyes on. I'm like, okay, we need some really good consolidation in TA. Even tested it right here as well. So this final move here, this is the move where I was like, oh, let me try to figure out my share size, which I should have already been ahead on the curve on that. But of course, I was on the phone. That's my bad. And then once I saw this explosive move to 1021, I'm like, man, you got to be kidding me. So it sucked to miss out on that. But that's why you have a third day surge. So the second day, as you see, we held consolidation-wise. And that's what made me want to check it out the third day. I was like, hey, this could be a good third day surge setup. I'm not working. Let me take a look at it. The close price at the end of this day was $10.01. This is one thing I learned from Kyle Williams, who's another great trader, was to so I was saying this is one of the good things to look at that I learned from Kyle Williams is the close price. And shout out to Bryce Toohey. That's who I learned the third day surge setup from. Well, and Dan Irish as well. He's a great trader. These are all really good traders that I learned from years ago. One thing too I'd say too with day trading, a lot of people don't know, is even if you learn from me, learn from others that I learned from, which I give credit to, is if you don't have discipline, which is managing that same amount of dollar loss or some sort of discipline, it doesn't matter how much you know who you're trading with. You could be trading with a multi-million-dollar trader. You won't be successful in any way when it comes to trading. Just food for thought. So coming to the third day, I'm going to go to the 1 minute. You see better. What day was this? Oh, that's when it sold off. So, all right. So besides it being a very strong stock, I remember checking out the news afterward. Okay, so Serve Robotics. Gotcha. Okay. So, news is always a good catalyst to look at. Price action is always king, but also the float as well. The float was a micro float, which is like, under 1 million. This thing can really go because this is only the amount of shares available to buy, 523,000, the only amount for us publicly to buy. So, the fact that it was under 1 million was already a killer thing to help with the trade idea. You always want to, look for stock under 50 million. That definitely helps. Because, less shares to buy, supply and demand, crazier moves. So coming to this day I traded, I was like, well, this is the close price. And we were we were moving around, just consolidating right out the open. But I was like, all right, let me keep eyes on this. I did initially take a trade in here. I think I'd gotten just 10 shares, and then I'd kind of averaged up. And then I averaged up to 10 I think a total of 30 shares here. And my average was somewhere around here and got stopped out literally on that wick. But as we held, I bought 10. We were still holding, bought another 10. And then as we increased, that's when I ended up having my 40 shares, which you can look on my Twitter. And so I had 40 shares here at 10.89. And then as we started to take off, I mean, it instantly jumped up. I'm like, yeah, it was our early sell, but honestly, if you think every stock is just going to go crazy and you're going to make tons of money, you're going to end up losing in the long run, unless you're just as skilled as like Jack Kellogg or someone who's just like, like their destiny is to kill stocks. So once it went to 1202, I was like, this thing. Yeah, so it could have, kept going, or just come right back down, and then I got to give all that profit back. So the fact I was up like about $50 right here, I mean, just within a couple minutes. I mean, I know the value of $1, and that was a killer dollar amount. And then of course, it continues to go further and further, and then ended up overall, I'm like, yeah, it could retest the $20 highs, but man, that just seemed pretty crazy to move 100% like that again. But as you see, it was a great trade, but as the day progressed, I mean, this thing just ended up being a monster. But all the way to the end of the day, by this time I was already at work. I had to go into work at 1. So that was the whole, trade idea behind this killer play. It was a great play, but I'm looking forward to the next one. Depending on how well this video gets, I'll review some more. So appreciate y'all for watching. And yeah, tune in for the next video and like and subscribe. Thank you.